Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another stream. My heart is bleeding because I have to use this internal camera instead of the one that I actually want to use. As you know, as you probably know, I have some issues with my camera, or to be fair, with the cam link, so I had to send it back. And in the meantime, I have to use this camera. I probably you don't care because mostly I think you're here for the content. At least I hope so. But yeah, my heart is bleeding because I hate this camera. But yeah, it's good you are here. Hello, Nathan. Hello, Joseph. Nice to have you here as well. How are you all doing? Everybody good? How's your day so far? Mine was pretty good. I just installed Outer Wilds on the PlayStation because Jeffrey Way wrote on Twitter that's the best game he has ever played, and so I thought, yeah, I have to give this a try now. And yeah, probably later tonight I'm going to check this out. So, yeah, what are we going to do today? Let's switch here to the screen. And as always, let's start with the Larastreamers website, what's going on here. So I am live. We don't see it here yet, but we should see this soon. And today, yeah, we're working on the new submission form for Larastreamers. So we get a new model here. We have a new design for this, and that's what we want to do today. We already started a little bit the last time, but today we want to finish this. Then later tonight we have the Laravel World Meetup again. It's back, and today it's back with Luke Downing and Aaron Francis, and the talks are Path to Perfection. Whoa, promising talk title: How to write next level test. Sounds pretty good. Maybe I have to check this, but I'm not sure if I make it in time. Also, it's Champions League today, so let's see. Maybe I have to watch this tomorrow. And then that's also today. Steve the King is building his online store, and episode 5 is coming up. And what do we have tomorrow? Beyond Spool, open doors with open source. Tech meetup by Eastern Enterprise. Okay, sounds promising. That's tomorrow. And on Thursday, D is back with another stream about Tinkerwell. So, yeah, some good streams coming up. Let's check. Yeah, now I'm live. That's also good. And yeah, what we want to do today, so we've been working here on this new design of the Larastreamers website, which is turning out quite well. We are making some progress here. That's good. And we also finished the archive page, which looks pretty cool in my opinion. And yeah, today we want to work on the submission, and let's check together the designs. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So something like this will be the new submission modal. So when we click the submit button in navigation, I always check out the other camera, but I have to remember that you are here now in the old one. So yeah, when you click the submit button, then we open this model here, and then there will probably almost the same which we already had on the current submission page, which is just a different page, but instead of the dedicated page, we will now have this modal. Yeah, and that's what we plan to do today. Let's see, how are you all doing here? Chester is also back. Hey Chester, how are you doing? Again, I have this super weird bug. When I click one of the comments, it switches the screen. I have to think about this and check what this is about. Seidel, Adrian is back. Full recovery. That's good to hear. You need to tell me how your apartment renovation is going. All good there as well? Oh yeah, Champions League away. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, you can go to the England games, right? Wow. But today, Liverpool is playing in Porto. But yeah, will be exciting. Yeah, I always forget that you can go to the games. Damn, that's cool. And Bernard is here as well. Hey Bernard, how you doing? Good question by Chester about the issue which I had with Alpine JS. So no, I haven't figured out what it was about. I saw some other people mentioning this on the Alpine or Livewire repository as well, but somehow it worked for them out, so they also didn't know what it is about. For now, I was just switching back from Alpine 3 to Alpine 2.8, I think, and with 2.8 it's working. So I don't want to fiddle around with this now in this or the next stream, but if any of you has an idea what this is about, please let me know. And the issue is if you use Livewire in combination with Alpine 3, at least on Larastreamers, you will get an issue about maximum, what was it called? Maximum call stack size exceeded. But yeah, I don't want to work on this in the stream because I really want to finish the new design as soon as possible. Oh yeah, I have a new subscriber. Thank you very much. You probably have also seen the new subscriber alert. I still need to work on the design, but at least it's working now. That's good. And Nathan been to every game so far this season. Oh my god, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I don't remember. Did you say that you're a Liverpool fan, or I think I remember you're another team fan? Could this be? But that's pretty cool. Yeah, but now nice to have you here as well. This stream, these videos which I do here, I try to make them for all of us, not just for me, but also for you, and having a good time together. Yeah, Adrian is doing some renovations at home. Woodworker should be called code worker. I guess because they're so expensive. You need to send me some images at some point. I really need to check out how it's going. Renee is here as well. Hello, Renee. Okay, good. Yeah, Nathan is Liverpool fan. That's good to hear. So yeah, I'm super jealous that you can go to the games. Okay, back to the topic for today. So I did a little bit of work early this morning. So if you click now the submit button, we will see this modal by Tailwind UI. If you remember, also last time I was wondering why I didn't get this blurred background and a little bit of other of the designs. And this is, of course, because I have excluded all the Tailwind colors, so only the ones that I have defined are being used here, and that's why we didn't saw this. So I changed this. I also made sure that we can see this modal, we can click it away. We have a little bit of those animations which come with Tailwind UI as well. So I think that's a good start for checking how we will now implement the new model. Okay, so how do we start? So as I mentioned, let me see, what side is this? Yeah, we already have this. It's a Livewire component here where we're going to have this form. We get some feedback about the stream, and then we submit it. So I think we just try to bring this into our model and then see how this looks like and what we have to do next. So we have our model here, I think. Let me just check. It's a partial. Why haven't I called this modal? Because with only calling it submit, it could be a little bit difficult. By the way, let's also bring in some music here. Yes, always let me know if the music is loud enough or too loud, because somehow it's changing every time. So I need to change this submit modal. So I'm pretty sure that this was now not changed in the main layout file. Let's see. Yeah. Here we go. So let's see if this is still working now again. Yeah, okay, looks good. So let's get back in here. And let's also check out the design again. Where do we have it? Here. So we will have some kind of title, then some text, stream ID, language, which will be a select, and then the email. Yeah, okay. So what's the part which we can remove here? What did Anna say for the title? Submit a stream. Okay, let's also go with this. Submit a stream. By the way, I think it makes sense now while we're testing to make this open up by default. Yeah. So this should be inside the main layout file. I think I have it on the body here, yeah. I guess now we should at every time we refresh the page. Yeah, that's better. Okay, then let's also get rid of the icon here, which we don't need. Here we have this icon. It's for closing. Is it gone now? No, it's not. Oh, I think this was the X. I think that was the wrong one. So I think that's the one. Right. Yeah. Okay, good. Then we have some text here, which is fine. And then we have those buttons here. I think we don't see the second one, but there should be two. And let's just also just remove this. And now let's try to bring in submit YouTube live stream. Is this what we're looking for? I think so, yeah. Okay, now I also see what we don't have the text from the submission page, which is good because we don't need this. Let's go back to the submission page. Don't we have a submission page anymore? Wait. Or was it just submit? Submission. Okay, it is. Another subscriber. Hello, Eloy. Nice to have you here on the stream as well. Thank you for subscribing. I hope you like the content. Okay, we now found the submission page. And yeah, so this text here is not part of the partial. So let's also check out. There must be another page, submission page. Yeah, that's the one. And here we have some text, which I just copy and bring in over to the submit modal. Yeah, here. All right. Okay, what's next? Maybe let's get rid of this shadow first because I don't like this anymore. Let me think, do we need this livewire component anywhere else than in this modal? I don't think so. So we have some shadow here. Okay, right. On the mobile view, it already looks quite okay. Just not the bottom. But we have to, make it work here as well and check out what's going on here with the different Yeah, I think we don't have any view anymore where we have those next to each other. Am I right here? Yeah, we just have them below each other. So maybe we're just getting rid of this flex row. Where is this? So that's a crit. Okay, guess it's not flex. Guess it's just a crit. So how do we change this for the mobile view? I think call span is 2 here. Crit call is 6. Is this how the layout is changing through the crit call? I always remember it only for flex, where it's flex row and flex column where we switch it, but it seems that's the only, or here that's a call span, so I think it's more about padding or something. Let's see, is there anything else we're changing for the mobile view? Let's see what's going on in the chat here. Yeah, so Adrian was saying maybe remove the crit, maybe this would be easier. Hey buddy, welcome to the stream. Thanks a lot. The design was done by Arne. That's his name. I think he's from, whoa, I hope I get this right. I think he's from the Netherlands or from Belgium. I have to check this again, but he did a whole design. Oh, D is here as well. Hello D, how you doing? Looking forward to your stream, I think tomorrow. And Joao is here as well. Always fun with this guy. How are you doing? But I think that's a good idea by Adrian. Let's get just rid on the grid because actually we don't need it anymore. So let's make this a flex container and let's see what this gives us. And maybe let's go with flex column by default. Yeah, looks already much better. So I think we can then also get rid of those here. Anything else about the column? Language code field. Yeah, I don't think that I need any of those here. Okay, the drop down is working. Okay, it looks okay-ish for now. But I think we got rid of all the column stuff. No, there's some more here. Okay, there's some column stuff on every field. Okay. All right, maybe let's start with the background. So what's the color of the background? I think that's our white. Where do I see this? Here. It's just white. Okay, that's interesting because we haven't been using any white, I think, so far. So let's check. And our tailwind config. Yeah, that's our white. Is this also the one which we are currently using? Where have we defined this color? Okay, it must be here. Do you see a BG white? Yeah, okay. So this means that's our lightest color. I'm not sure if I want to introduce a new white here, which he was using in the design. So maybe let's go with this one for now, and let's see if we really need this other white. Okay, what else? So we have some different colors here. So what's this one? That's 2D. That's our gray darkest. Let's see if we are already using this here. I think I also might need to clean this up in the model at some point because there's so much in here that it's difficult to find what I really need. Gray darkest. Okay, and then for this let's just go with gray dark. That's just a guess. What's this? 696. That's gray dark. Yeah, I think that was the one we're using. Yeah, correct. Okay, then we have some margins in between. I also think we don't need it all to be center. Or maybe let's just start with this one, then we see. So we have some padding around. We need some margin after the title. Nope, not here. Let's bring this up. We want this here. Is this better? Maybe 6. Maybe a little bit too much. No, I think it's okay. Then what we definitely have here is the line height, but I think it's pretty big here. I think it's even too big here. Is this the line height? 32? Let's check again. How do I define the line height? I think you already know. I think leading is about the space between the characters, but what about the line height? I guess you know. Okay, so it's on Thursday, Deanna's next stream. Yeah, I had to. My heart is bleeding because of this image quality, but yeah, it's what it is, and better than no streams. Backdrop filter, backdrop blur. What's that, Adrian? What should we use this for? Okay, so it's still leading. I thought leading was about the width between, but let's give it a try. Oh, we already have some leading here. Maybe let's try this here as well. Leading 4, leading 6. All right, that's bigger for sure, but for me, I think it's too big. I think if you make it too big, like let's go even further, and let's say 7. I think at some point I also learned this in some kind of typography class at university, but this I think is for sure too big and not good to read. I think 5 was okay. Yep. Okay. What's next? Then of course we have here a lot of space. So where does this come from? We have a lot of padding at the top, and I think this comes directly from the Livewire component, padding Y12. Yeah, let's get rid of this. Then also what's interesting is the width here. It's not the same width as the title and the description. So where does this come from? So we also have some padding on the form itself. And just to make sure, let's check again what this looks like. Yeah, it should be the same. Good. On the form itself. Here we go, I think. Let's get rid of it at all. This one and even this. Alright, so now we have no padding at all, but it seems we have some padding here. So that's a margin on the left. I think we should make this on the whole container, right? So that I don't have to define this for every little piece inside this model. Where was this again? Padding X4. Was it that one? What is this? That's margin left 4, I think. SM flex. Here we go. So let's take this out here and now let's add this to the whole container. But which is the correct one? Where does it start? I think it starts here. Padding right, padding top. Oh yeah, it seems we already have some padding on the whole container. So that's the one. Yeah. Okay, so we have some padding here, but it seems we are adding some as we get closer. Well, now it seems maybe I already changed it. Okay, it seems better now. Okay, then let's start again with the margin here after the description. Margin button 4. How much do we need here? Yeah, just a little bit, maybe 6. I think maybe even 8. And then we also have to change the color here. So what color is this? 696, that's gray dark, I think. So back to our Livewire component. Let's check out all the labels here. Text gray dark. Yeah, now that I see, we also have to take care of all those focus things here, because these are all classes which don't exist anymore. But I think we have red, so maybe let's change all of the red 400s to just red. Okay, that's not perfect yet, but at least we can see that it's working. Okay, back to all the labels. That's the one, no, that's gray, dark. It's the email now. And then also, which one the language is missing? Stream ID, language code, here we go. Gray, dark. Okay. And then maybe some margin in between. I think that's a good step. I think at some point we should also make some components or little partials out of those so that we probably don't have to define this every time for every little field which we have, but for now I just want to make it work. So let's start here with margin button 2. Okay, that was the one for language. Okay. Then also here, margin button 2. And also here. 2. Okay, and then we also need should we use again the space here? Space y2, so that we don't have to define the margin between all those fields. Yeah, I think it seems to be working. Let's give them more space. Yeah, I think we're getting there. Leading is line height and letter spacing is the distance. Oh, letter spacing. Okay, good. Backdrop filter, backdrop blur for the overlay. Okay, I think this could be nice. Maybe let's also do this here on the home page. So where do we put this? We are inside the LiveWire component, so we need to go into the modal. And somewhere here where I have defined some opacity. So here, background color is gray and background opacity is 74. That's how we get this little kind of blurred. But Adrian was mentioning we can try to do the same with the filter. Do we then even need the opacity? I think we can then get rid of it. Backdrop filter and backdrop blur. So what does the filter do? Do I have to use both in order to make them work? Okay, I don't see anything anymore. Okay, I still need the opacity. All right. Is this now blurred? Doesn't look blurred to me. So where have we set this here? Transition opacity, background blur, 8 pixel. Oh, it's just using another one then. Maybe let's just try it here. Maybe just a little. For me, it seems it's not working. What are you suggesting? Remove the background color. Okay, let's try this. Oh, yeah. This is blurred now, wow. but it looks like we are taking drugs now. It's a pretty cool effect indeed, but does it fit the page? I'm not sure. How do you like it? I think what we definitely also need is also some shadow here on the modal. In the meantime. Mm. Oh, that's wrong. That's just on the icon here. So is this the correct one? Let's try this then. Oh, we should already see a shadow here. Is there a little shadow? Maybe there is. But actually I don't see it. So that's a container, right? Where do we have our classes? Shadow. Okay, so we really have one. It's just not that big. So at least here we need something to better see this model on top of the background. So how do you like this? Yeah, Larastreamers fairy style. Remove the opacity. Adrian also said, maybe let's try what this then does. Where do we have the blur? Okay, so now it's blurred for sure, yeah. Can I define the way it is blurred? For me, this is now a little bit too big. Oh yeah, blur SM. What do we also have? What's the smallest thing? It's SM, okay. And what happens if I do this now? Wasn't that too bad, right? I really like how it looks. It makes you this kind of camera effect, which you normally have if I could use the good camera, but I think it looks beautiful, but I think probably the user would be a little bit lost. So let's try XL. Yeah, no, I think something like SM is good enough so that you still see where you are, or maybe a little bit more. LG. What about this? What do you think? What do you like best? Do you also see this little, there's a little delay in between? We probably would need to maybe make a transition on the blur filter as well, if this is possible. Backdrop brightness 74. Yeah, let's try this as well. Background, no, backdrop brightness 75. This should make it now a little bit darker. Okay, I think it definitely helps so that we better can see this model on top of the rest. So yeah, I think I'm leaving it for now with this background. Yeah, let's leave it for now, and if you like it different, maybe write some suggestions again. Maybe we can try this later as well. Okay, but what about now the design of the modal? So he was using uppercase text for the fields. So we haven't that yet. Not a subscriber. Lars is here. Hello, Lars. Thank you for joining. Welcome to the stream. Uppercase. Yeah, of course, in the designs you always have this nice short amount of words which work perfectly. YouTube stream ID. What do I have? YouTube stream ID or full URL? Yeah, so we've been changing that, I think, last week or 2 weeks ago. You can provide the full URL or you can provide just the ID, so both are working. And of course, I would like the user to know that both are working. So what should the label be? I think we should go with the URL, because if you go to your stream, you're copying the URL. I think that's the most easiest thing. And maybe the other thing just works as well, but stream URL. Do we have some text here? Oh yeah. Stream URL. What do you like about the uppercase text? Also, yeah, it should be YouTube. YouTube stream URL. That's what it is. YouTube stream URL. For me, it doesn't look good. I'm not sure if it's the uppercase. Is it the color? It looks better here, but I'm also not sure. For me, it looks like it's a different font. And it's okay, it's also bold. That's different for sure. So we have text, font medium. Let's do font bold. Better, yeah, a little bit better. Joel likes the darker. I think it was on the background, or maybe on the text. Oh, Benjamin is here as well. Oh yeah, that's always a good point. Is the background scrollable? It is, which it shouldn't be, right? Because the issue mostly you have, you want to maybe scroll on your modal if you have to scroll, and then you scroll in the background. So we have to take care of this as well. Is Tailwind UI taking care of that? I don't know. How do we do this? Maybe in the meantime, I'm working on those labels here. Uppercase and font medium, font bold, and uppercase. It's definitely now with the bold font better than before. But I don't think it's perfect. Maybe I need to check this again, because this compared to this For me, this looks now much more prominent than the title, which shouldn't be. Is this different from him? Yeah. So that's bold as well. Okay. We can do this. Let's go back to our modal. Font bold. Yeah, okay, this is better for sure now. Hello, Husan. You would like the text color to be more dark. Which one are you referring to? You mean this one here? Or this one? Glad you like it. At some point, I think at some point it would be cool to have even Arne on the stream with me together, right? And maybe explaining some of his design decisions. I'm not sure if he's up for that, but this would be very cool because I would be also interested. And the fun thing is, I was asking on Twitter if anybody would be interested in helping this open source project with some new designs. And I think a day later, he sent me one full page for the redesign of the homepage. And I was like, yeah, oh my God, that's super cool. And I think the next day he sent me all the others. So I think it's already a month back. So he was super fast with this. Let's see what else. What about the border here? What color is this border? B5, B8. Do we have this one? Yeah, that's gray darkest, gray darker, gray dark, gray, gray light. Yeah, gray light it must be. So this is now on the input fields. I assume input field, where are you? Here we go. Border gray 300. And I guess we have more of them here. Yeah. So we want gray light. Yeah, this definitely looks much better. That's what I love about design. Sometimes you have those little changes and immediately everything looks much better. It's just difficult to know what those changes are, and I mostly don't know it, but I can see it if it's better, and it is already. Well, that's much better. You mean the Twitter account of Arne? Let me check this. Let me set pause here, and I will get back. I just have to check my Twitter messages. Be right back. All right, that's the guy, and he's from Belgium, by the way. Of course, cool people are from Belgium. Sorry, Bobby, you're cool too, but I know a lot from Belgium. Yeah, that's his Twitter account. Check him out, and at some point we all have to go to his account and yeah, thank him for this pretty sick design. And I'm pretty sure you can check here the work as well of him. Maybe let's send this to you, people that you see that as well. All right, so what's next? What about the overall padding? Currently, it seems it's a little bit too small. Yeah, it is. So we need to increase this. So back to the modal. And I always have to check out where this content container starts. I think I'm not going to write it to the comments. So where does this start? This starts with div inline block align button. I think that's the one. Yeah. So sometimes I like to have those comments so it's easier for me to check out what's happening. But yeah, it also depends a lot of your application. Mostly you will have more than one models. Then maybe all of the content of the mobile model will be somewhere else. Then you also don't have this issue. But yes, always I like to keep it very simple. And then if we need a second model, then we could refactor this one to make it work with a second one. So here we were talking about, we have padding X, padding top, and padding button. What about we just go with padding 6 for everything? Padding 8. Do I hear padding 10? Padding 12? Yeah, we need more. Let's go for padding 12. And yeah, it seems to be not working, right? I don't think it's changing. By the way, do you know how I can get rid of this section here when I go smaller with the screen? Because normally here it's on the right. Now here's at the button, and then I don't see the markup anymore, which I mostly need. So is there any way to, yeah, because I always have to make it bigger again, and then I see the content again, and then I can check it. Classes. Yeah, so this is not being used because of another class. And that's why I always love to have all those together. I think Deanna mentioned the PHP Storm plugin, which I wanted to check out. So I just deleted this as a whole. So we should now have a padding of 12. Yeah. And probably at some point we'll have to make this a padding of 6. Yeah, I think that's good. Then what I've also seen, the icon color is wrong. It should be some kind of gray. And which one is it? It's B6, B8. B6, B8. Don't we have that one? Okay, then let's just try one of those which we already have. So where is this icon? Where are you? I think that's the button, yeah. So we have it directly in here. Let me see, do I want to change this? Because we also have some icons here. Calendar, download. We don't have one for close yet, but I think it makes sense to have all of them there. Yeah. So let's make a new one here. Or is this, I think that's even a component, right? Yeah, it's a component. So let's make a new component. If I get my fingers on the right keys, create new blade component. It is blade only. Icons. Oh, that's interesting. Normally, if you have some kind of subdirectories, you also have auto-completion here for level IDEA. Maybe we need to talk about that, why we don't have this here. Icons and then close. And let's bring this in. Then what we want to do here is attributes, merge class. Does this work like that? Let me check again. Or does this have to be inside? No, okay, this seems to be good. And then I think I also need to get rid of any colors which we have here. Okay, but this looks good, current color. Yeah, okay, this already comes from Tailwind UI, so they have already took care of that. And then here, icons, close. And then we have a class. Oh, we have multiple ones. What do we have? We want the width of 4, height of 4, and text gray. Light, maybe. Maybe not, we will see. Now we don't need this comment anymore because we already know what it is. And we see nothing. Width of 5, height of 5, okay. What did I do wrong? Let's see. Who is first? Do you see it already, or am I going to fix it first? Oh, we see it here. But we don't see it here. Okay, what's going on here? Oh, I think we probably have 2 of them. And then we change this for the mobile view. I think that's what's happening. And let's also make this a little bit bigger, 6 and 6. And let's check again. Or are we using this? Okay, it's just hidden. So how was this working before? That's interesting. Normally we have this kind of, what's this? This element is to trick the browser into centering the modal content. Okay. Is there another button? No, there's only this one here. Okay, so how are we able to close this if it's not there on the mobile screen? I mean, first we could just get rid of this hidden and leave that. Yeah, maybe let's just do it like this. Just to be sure, let's check out how this was working on Tailwind UI. I'm curious now. So we were using this one here. And yeah, let's open this up. And that's the one. Okay, I think they just don't show it on the mobile screens. Interesting, but you can click away, which I think we can't do now. Nope. So maybe this could also be a nice addition to make this work. Pretty sure I saw Caleb doing this with Alpine, at least for version 3, and it was pretty easy. I'm not sure if it's the same for version 2. But yeah, for now we have our close button here. And what about the position? Yeah, here the position is the same as the title. Should this be the same as the title? I would say it should not be. Because somehow this is still connected to the whole container, and I think it's okay if it's just in the corner top right here. Okay, I think that's what I'm talking about. Click away. L. Or maybe let's just try it out. So I have never used it. So what I think how it should work is to just put it on the container. Model content. And here at, what was it called? Click away. Just like this. Okay, it's not working. Okay, that's what I thought it could work. Alpine.js, click away. Okay, I think I have to define what happens then. Okay, I think this makes sense because it has no idea what we want to do. Show submission model is false. All right, this looks good. Yeah. Easier than I thought. Good guy, Caleb. Good guy. Good work. So, what next? Also add a transition only to animate the backdrop. That's what I was also mentioning before. So what we want to do here is have a transition on the backdrop. So what I don't know is how I do this. Let's see. Where do we have our backdrop? Is it here? Transition opacity. Can I just do a transition backdrop just like this? Okay, it doesn't seem to be working for now, but that's just how I thought it could work. We need to add a transition for the backdrop filter. Backdrop filter. Okay, I think this means we just want to use a backdrop filter. Then we say it should be blur, LG. We give it a brightness. And then transition. Okay, so Adrian is suggesting we use just transition and just like this. So let's see what's happening now. It doesn't seem to be working. Let me check again. What did I delete? I deleted the transition opacity. Okay, I think this we don't need anymore because we don't have any opacity, right? Yeah, so we don't need this for sure. And then with transition, what I would assume is that we just add a transition all to this container or class. So let's see what is being added here in the end. Ah, come on, I can't click this button here. This one here. Yeah. So transition property, background color, border color. Okay, so a lot of things are being added here. Do we really need this? Wouldn't it make sense to just use transition backdrop? Then we have transition timing and transition duration. Okay, looks good to me. Yeah, so we have one transition already for the modal. Duration. This is a transition on the opacity. And it seems to be working, right? Yeah. Yeah, for me, it looks like this is working here on the opacity. But is this the right place to? Yeah, so this div is now on top of the whole page, right? Yeah, fixed insert 0. What is being computed here? So maybe let's see if this helps us. Transition duration, transition property. So lots of properties where probably the backdrop filter is inside as well, and then some transition timing. Okay, this actually looks fine to me, but I don't use those transitions a lot, so I can't really tell what the issue is here. Okay, this could be the issue for sure if there is no transition backdrop. But we could add it. Do we want to add another transition for? I think at least we could try it. So these variants are not enabled by default, but you can enable them in the variant section. Is this what we want to do? Prefers reduced motion. You can conditionally apply. Okay, that's not what we want to do. Yeah, but we are talking about a transition property. Responsive, motion save, motion reduce. I'm not sure if I could just add here backdrop as a transition property. Let's Google it. Tailwind CSS backdrop transition. Good old searching. Okay, there's something about backdrop in here. What was it? Was it just in the sidebar? No, so here's something. Transition. So the backdrop filter is something we can transition. At least that's what I read here. Okay, strange. For me, it seems that it should work, but as I don't use this a lot, I don't know how to make it work. Yeah, so if you have some ideas, just let me know. I'm just going to move on because it doesn't seem like I can find out what this is about. So what's next? We definitely have to work on the button itself. By the way, there's no more music. I think we had this the last time as well. So I can't hear the music. Let me check my audio settings here. No, it doesn't seem there's just nothing coming in. Let's give this one try. If we can restart it and make it work, but if not, I'm just going to leave it without music. Okay, I do hear music now. Yeah, I think now you should hear as well. Let's hope it keeps working because I don't know what this is about. So let's check again the design. What about the spaces in between, the borders? They're rounded, this looks good. It's all uppercase. Maybe it's a little bit too big. What size do we have here? 12. Yeah, I think we have I think that's maybe 14. Font size 14. Okay, let's see if we have something a little bit smaller. So this should be inside our Livewire component. Label. Let's try XS. Is this smaller now? Yep. Okay, this seems to be 12 now, and I think it's better. So let's do this for the other labels as well. This one, oh, that's a select. No, only for this. XS. Next label. XS, and one more. No, I think this was it. All right, yeah, I think it's better now. A little bit smaller. I think the margins are good. What about a select inside? What color should this be? I think we don't see anything here right here, so let's see what color is even being used here. Is this a default one? Here we have our select field. Border gray light, rounded text gray 600. Let's go with text gray. That's at least one of ours, but I think still that's the one which is being used. So I think it should be maybe gray darker, or maybe even darkest. Let's check the other text. What's that? I think that's also black because we haven't defined this yet. So I think we go with gray darkest here for the inputs. Gray darkest. Yeah, because we really want to make sure that it's very different from the placeholder text. And I think gray darkest works well here. And let's go to the last label. Gray darkest. Email, yeah. Okay. That's better. Okay, next I think we can check the button. And it's our default button, which we already have some similar versions of this one. So Text white is okay. Transition is okay. BG red. Rounded MD, a little bit of shadow. What is the hover effect? Yeah, that's a good question. We don't have any hover or active states defined in the design yet. So normally what you would go is with a darker red. What about the padding and margin left? Maybe let's get rid of that first. Oh, come on. So what's this? So the whole container has quite some padding, which we don't want. That's this one. Padding XY. PG gray. Nope, gets rid of that. Text right. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I think it should be on the same line, right? Oh, we do want a different gray here. Okay, I didn't see that before. PG gray lighter. No, maybe lightest. Nope. PG gray light. What do we need as well? Yeah, that's interesting now, because this should now be outside of the other container. So this means the padding which we have here and here, we actually don't need here. So we might need to bring this out here. Okay, now we have defined the padding on the whole model. So this is why this will be a little bit more difficult, because we are inside the livewire component and the button is also inside the livewire component. So what's the best way to deal with this? We could get rid of the padding again and then define it inside the form again, which actually we didn't want to do, but this would work. Don't we have a placeholder for the email? Oh yeah, good point. Actually, what it is, we are already describing, so we should give an example here for the email field. Maybe we should also keep the pattern of having this example. Yeah, I think it's better now. Good catch, Benjamin. Thank you for that. By the way, where is our button? Did we delete that? I think I deleted it, right? Let's copy this and let's bring this back in here. And we also had this, for example, I think we might don't need this gray background around here. What do you think? I think it doesn't even look that good. I'm not saying this because I'm because I don't want to rebuild the whole padding system here for the model. But I really think we don't need it. So let's get rid of, no, that's a padding which we want to keep. That's what we want to get rid of. Yeah, and now we are adding some padding to y of 8. How does this look to you? Do we need, I think we don't even need padding at the bottom. I think it's enough only on the top because we have this padding here from the whole container. And what do you think? How do you like this? Does this look good to you? Let's compare it again. For now, everybody seems to be happy. Then maybe let's think about the hover state. Do we have any button somewhere else on the page? Maybe for the search? This will be maybe some buttons here. Then we have the search here. Here I only had a hover color of white instead of the gray, which we can't use here. Yeah, so I think my first idea would be just to make it a little bit more darker red. So what we could do is inside our Tailwind config, define a new red. How do we call this? Dark. And let's copy this one. And yeah, let's just make this a little bit darker. Let's go with this. Red dark. Okay, and then for here, hover BG red dark. Let's see what this does. Not too bad, right? Let's also check here the focus state of our form. Yeah, so if you're outside, so if I open this up and then try to go through it, it will still use the outside. So I'm not sure how to go about this. So I think maybe we're doing some session on the accessibility for this page where we're going to deal with this. Okay, but what I know what we also have here is if we submit a stream, there will be some kind of success message. So let's try to add a stream. Somewhere here are live videos. Yeah. I actually want an upcoming one. Maybe one scheduled for later today. Let's take this one. No idea what this is. And I guess we will also need now Halo, because we're going to send out some messages. And let's try this out. Okay, here we have our success message, which we still have to design, and I think we should see some emails here. Yeah, okay, that's good. How do we want to go about the success message? Where should it be? Does it make sense for you to have it between the form and this? Or shouldn't be at the top here? Or maybe here at the button, next to the button as well? Benjamin still likes the gray section, so yeah, maybe we'll give this a try later. There is a nice tool generates tailwind colors palette from a single color. This looks nice as well. Tailwind.simon, what's it called? Simon Griggs. Let's give this a look. Tailwind Simon Griggs. So name. What is that here? Set the initial color hex value. Okay, that's a red. And the one was this one, I think. By the way, is this the new version Tailwind is calling this colors 50, 100, 200, or was it light darkest before? I can't remember which was first and which is not a common one, but maybe this is not a common one. But it's interesting now. So which is now mine, which I have defined? FF3, 3E, FF3E. Which one is this here? Okay, it's interesting. For me, currently, it looks like this one is not being used. Okay, that's interesting. So it seems set the initial hex value. This is swatch 500, so it should be this. But it isn't this color because it's a little bit different. E and D. Okay, so I guess he's using some similar Tailwind colors and then use them. Okay, it's good to know. I think I just keep it as I have it because I think it works for now. And if we need some more colors, we can still do this. But it's good to know that this exists. Benjamin is for the left side of the button for the success message. Maybe even transition to the next model of success icon. Okay, that's interesting. Adrian is also for a new one. So you would do a new model. Okay, let's say we click it. We click it, we close it. And then you would like to see it here, for example, somewhere popping up, or maybe even at the top. What do you think about that? Because here we are already in the context of submitting a stream, and showing it here, I think would really make a lot of sense in my opinion. But of course, it also works submitting it, then closing this modal, and then showing a new one. But then, of course, we would need a new modal, and we probably need need a new livewire component as well, and then this component is getting a message, and then we're showing this component if the message is given. Is this the way you would do this? Flash message is also possible. Okay. I would transition to a new model because I don't see a scenario where a person would need to keep focus on form and multiple streams at once. Yeah, so mostly they just want to submit one and then they should go back. Adrian would consider to reset the model. So I think in case if someone wants to add another one. So sometimes people are submitting multiple ones, not at the same time, but very, very close to each other. And he would show a flash message on the outer top. So I guess maybe here at the top of this. Let's see what happens. I think it should be cleared out if I submit something. I guess this is now not working to submit the same one. So maybe let's look for another one. Live. Upcoming live streams. Maybe this one. Yeah, okay, so at least we're clearing this out as well. So how do I want this to be? So the easiest solution is, of course, keep it in here, like here, and just maybe put it on top of here or at the button, or maybe even here and just style it. And yeah, that would be the easiest solution. Then what Adrian suggested, having it here outside would mean I think theoretically it could still be inside the modal itself, right? And then from the livewire component, we still have to dispatch some kind of event because we are for sure outside the livewire component. And then we need to catch the event and show it there. And yeah, I think pretty much the same would be like Benjamin messaged or like Chester having here flash message. So from the user perspective, from my perspective, if I go here, what I think is the most beautiful one is after we submit something, we go back here and we see some message, maybe some kind of flash message dropping in here saying stream was submitted, blah, blah, you will get an email. And then this goes away after a second. I think that's from my perspective, what I would find the most beautiful. But so we have to consider if someone wants to add another one. Do I think this will happen? No, I don't think this will happen a lot. Actually, I would say this happens just, not that much. So I don't think it would be an issue not staying on this page. But a solution that would work for both, like Adrian said, maybe having this coming in here, some kind of flash message. So I think the flash message, that's difficult. Flash message is probably the most beautiful one. bringing it in here. So I think at least we have to submit some kind of message from or event from the livewire component. And that's one of the reasons probably I wouldn't do it now. Because if I'm sending some events, I would have to write some more tests, and this is not actually part of the redesign, or at least it's not that important. So I could still release it, the design, and then work on this. So I think I agree that we would need some better, more beautiful message than just inside here, and outside probably would be most interesting and most beautiful. So I guess what I'm going to do is just redesign this here a little bit just to make it look good enough so that we can release it with the new design, and then we're going to make it more beautiful. Benjamin Woods PRing his idea. This is nice, but I don't think it's a good time for this, because I think it's more important to bring this new design out, and then I would be happy for a PR to change the way how it's dealt with. But I don't want to bring in too much new kind of features unless the new design is out. So because that's the main priority, because there are a lot of new features, a lot of things I want to add here to the page, and it's really good that we can finish this task here first. So thank you for your help, Benjamin, but maybe a little bit later. Maybe I'll also just already write an issue for that. Would it be the same behavior for mobile versions? I think so. I haven't thought about it, but I think so. I think I just did that today. Yep, I think I did it. We don't have it yet in the redesign branch, but it is in the main branch. And yeah, it was pretty cool. I think we have 130 tests right now, and we went from 11 seconds to 5 or 6 seconds. So that's pretty cool. Great work by Nuno here. And the guys from Test, of course. So let's maybe add after redesign is live, better flash message after stream submission. When new design is live, I would like to have a better flash message for the success message instead of showing it inside the submission livewire component. And nope, I need some labels. Nope, what did I do? Enhancements and maybe help wanted. All right, let's add this one so that we don't forget about this. Okay, this means we're just making this now a little bit more beautiful, just so that we can push it out. By the way, the music is gone again. There must be some kind of issue with the setup I have, that my music app is at some point not working anymore. Okay, we are already here. I think we should have some success. Global message like success. I think that's the one, yeah. Text green. So we don't have anything green yet as far as I remember. Yeah, so let's add some green. And let's start with a default one. Should I just define it myself here? Or maybe let's try this tool to get a nice green from the tailwind colors. Oh, I think here we already have some of them. I think that's the one I'm going to use. I think I just want to get rid of all the others. I don't want any colors in here already which I'm not using. Default. And like this, right? And no strings. Oh my god, so much different here. And now let's change this here to if the session doesn't have message, we want to show it. Background is green. Oh, that's text green, which is also not working because we have no message. Let's copy the message. Submit YouTube live stream. That's the one. And let's copy this in here. And please don't let me forget that we have that in here. And of course, we don't want the text to be green. The text should be white, I guess. Text white, BG green. Oh my god, what am I clicking here? Whoa, oh my god, this is pretty bad. This is pretty bad. That's the green? No way, really? No, no, no. Something is going on here. What's happening here? That's for sure not the green which we are using. What is this? What's going on here? Where does this green come from? Did I do something wrong here? So we have different quotes. Okay, could it be that some kind of default color is being used? Because I also don't see it's being attached here. Okay, here it is. Peachy green. Yeah, I don't have any other greens in here, so I only have this green, and it's called default. Default, yeah, that is correct. I have some different quotes here, but I don't think that this could be an issue. What about, could it be that we have some error here with our browser file server? Yeah, okay. So something else here was not working as expected. So let's get back to our green, like this one here. Oh, yeah, I think it's okay. And yeah, let's also bring down this message. Let's also check if we're using this message somewhere else. So we are flashing the message here. Okay, only here. So let's take this and bring this down here to our button. Here we go. We want this to be inside the same container. Yeah, I think so. But this also means then we would need to make this a flex container, justify between. What happens now if there is no message? Yeah, that's not what we want. So we want to make sure that this is, I think I can do this with flex end. And now let's delete this again. Oh, okay, that's not the one. Flex end should be this button. That's how we want this to be. Okay, let's try again. We are removing this. It stays at the end. No, it does not. Shouldn't this be here at the end of the container now? What is if I remove this justify between? No. I don't want to bring in any colors which I don't use, so that's why I'm just going with one color so far. And yeah, I could have chosen one from the Tailwind palette as well, but I don't see any big difference because I could pick the wrong color from the Tailwind colors as well. So I think there's no big difference there. So why is this not working? We want this to be a Flexbox container with our message, and if there is no message, this should be on the right. So why is it not there? I thought with flex end, is there some other class with end? Items end. What does this do? Justify end, so everything should be on the right. Okay, maybe this works now. Let's bring back in our message. Yeah, we just need to take care of the height. focus is also red. And why is now this changing as well? Shouldn't the height of the button stay the same? Shouldn't this stay the same? I don't know. We have some padding here as well, padding on X and Y. The rest looks good. Flex, justify, and what if I give that item center? I think they should center vertically. Okay, at least this will make the button stay the same. I think we also need to get rid of the margin here. Yeah. I think this was also one of the issues before. And text small. So this is way too big and doesn't look good. You successfully submitted your stream. You will receive an email if it gets accepted. So I guess we would have some margin on the right. Yeah, somehow I don't like this screen section here next to the submit message. Maybe we should. What if we delete it after some time? Would this work better? Also, we have some rounded corner here. That's a little bit strange. Justify item center. So I think somewhere in between we have some rounded corners. I think maybe that one. Yeah, which we don't need here inside. So I think it could work like this if it would go away after a second or two. But if not, it would be pretty annoying. So I'm not sure. Maybe it was even better at the top where it was before. I think it doesn't work like how we currently have it when we have so much text here. And we need to say you've successfully submitted your stream and you'll receive an email if it gets accepted. So it's important to show that, yeah. So what about we're bringing this? What about we're bringing this up to the top again? Oh, let's check again so that I don't delete the wrong thing here. Or did we just copy this one here? Oh yeah, we did just copy it. Okay, I see. So let's get rid of this again here. I'm not sold yet. And then where do we have it now? Somewhere here at the top. Let's show it again. Oh yeah, so here everything was still broken. So BG green. text white. And maybe let's make it rounded, because a lot in the design is rounded. Maybe just a little bit rounded. Rounded SM, that's what it is. That's not enough. Do we have medium? Yeah, better. You successfully submitted your stream. You will receive an email if it gets accepted. Yeah, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but I think I'm fine. Even especially if we know that we're going to change this very soon. Let me also check why we have so much padding here at the top. Where does this come from? What if we don't have this? Okay, then it's fine. Yeah. I think we'll leave it like that. It could be better, but I don't want to spend too much time, especially if we're going to change it very soon. Okay, we have now active state here. We also have, oh yeah, we have some error messages we need to take care of. And at least here we have, what's that? Okay, that's a condition. And here we have some kind of error plate. Yeah. So here we have to be careful now because we have something red again, but we have kind of an active highlight color, which is already red, which is actually a good thing, but we need to make sure that people know that something is not working. Hello, Ray. Welcome to the stream. Nice to have you here as well. Thanks for triggering this nice alert video. So yeah, text will be white, I guess, peachy. So if we make it red, yeah, so that's, we can't use the same color here. So again, I am now creating another one. We have already a darker one. Maybe we can use that beachy gray dark. Yeah, I think that's a topic which I have to talk to Arne to as well. And I think for him it's better if something is live and then he can definitely check it out himself. But I think I'm just going with this darker red now, which is also the highlight color here. So that it's not perfect, but I think we can leave it like that. All right, so we are already 2 hours in. Everybody still there? Who made it from the beginning till the end? A few are still here. That's good. So I think we're going to call it a day now. Yeah, we're pretty far. I think some few details we might have to change, like here. We don't want to be able to scroll. Let's see, Alpine JS prevents scroll background. Is this something which I can just add with a little line of code? Let's see if there's already something. Okay, it doesn't seem that it's that easy to use currently. Yeah, so I guess then we'll have to do this the next time. All right, yeah. Thanks for the good vibes, Adrian and Chester. Yeah, I think we're going to call it a day. I think 2 hours is already quite long enough. And yeah, I think this looks good what we did here. I also like this with the background. Maybe we'll work on the transition thing. And yeah, so I think hopefully I will be back with another stream on Friday. And if I find a little bit of time in between, maybe I could prepare the last things so that we can publish this and deploy this together. Wouldn't this be fun? I think this would be fun. So yeah, I'm going to make a list with some leftovers which we have for the designs. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you learned something new. I definitely learned something new. Let me see. The first thing that I can remember is the click away, which I think is pretty cool and works very well. So thanks for all your suggestions. Thanks for hanging out, friends. It was fun. Yeah, hopefully we see each other on Friday again. Have a great day. I hope the next time, probably not the next time, but next week we'll have some good quality camera back in. But until then, yeah, we will make it with that camera as well. So yeah, thank you so much. Have a great day. See you the next time. That's the end.